Previously on Maplestory the novel, Sacred Tears.
You are taking the title of King of Spiders quite seriously.
I've done it.
Then what if I were to approach him as a fellow researcher?
I have what I want.
How the mighty have fallen.
Who did you bring in?
Can you make the healing spell stronger?
I don't think I can. And now, the continuation of Chapter 16, Part 3.
I've done everything I can for him.
My healing spells can't help him any further. We'll need a miracle if he's going to make it.
Dane sighed, both of them standing defeated beside the bed. Rhinne timidly approached and looked over the young man's face. He couldn't have been much older than her. His light, golden hair appeared soft like a cloud laying around his face, making it stand out against the blue officer's suit he wore. Rhinne became enamored, inching closer for a better look.
I can help him.
She murmured, coming closer with more reassured steps.
What?
Dane asked, confused.
I can help him. I can get rid of the darkness affecting him.
Rhinne, I haven't taught you to combat this darkness. It isn't just his soul that needs healing.
The ultimate light must meet darkness in all its forms to defeat it. Didn't you tell me that, Father?
Yes, but this is more advanced than what you were ready for.
Father, I know I can do it. Just trust me. I was born for this, remember?
Dane wanted to stop her, to send Rhinne away and keep her safe from this potent form of darkness infecting the young man. But Rhinne was also stubborn when helping people with their darkness. With a sigh, he stepped aside, readying a shielding spell in case the darkness tried to corrupt her, when Tasia whispered to him.
Are you crazy? She doesn't even know basic first aid, let alone a complex medical...
Rhinne is a child of the ultimate light. She was born with the power to fight against the darkness. Let her try.
Reluctantly, she stepped back to watch. Rhinne moved closer, looking over the bandages slowly turning black and listening to his labored breathing. Closing her eyes, Rhinne sifted through the myriad of emotions surrounding him. That was the darkness of the omen that attacked him. She could quickly eliminate that, but it wasn't the only darkness in him.
Well, Rhinne?
Dane asked.
If it were just the omen's darkness, it would be easy. It's his darkness synergizing with it and making the wounds worse,
she said, pushing past the omen's darkness until she found the source of the young man's darkness. She could almost physically feel it washing against her like an ocean wave. Slowly reaching out, she held her hand over him. Black ooze seeped from the bandages, reaching up to her fingers. Dane was about to cast his ready shield around her, but saw the ooze burn away when it touched Rhinne's finger. A golden glow began falling from her palm like snow, burning away the ooze with each tiny orb. The glow enveloped her arm as more tiny orbs of light spread over the boy, burning away the ooze faster and faster when a bright golden light filled the room as if a bomb had detonated. Every trace of the ooze disappeared in an ash cloud, making the entire room feel lighter. As the light settled, Dane reached out to catch Rhinne as she collapsed, holding her steady for a while as she regained her footing.
Oh my. You were right. I wasn't quite ready for that.
Rhinne snickered, holding her head as her lightheadedness passed.
It's as I thought. You aren't ready to channel that much power. Give it time. You'll get there.
Dane urged as Tasia unwrapped the bandages, seeing no trace of the black ooze or flesh underneath rotting away. Reaching for another matrix, Tasia closed over the last of the wounds.
He seems stable now. Can you use a healing spell to do the rest?
Tasia asked, pulling away the matrix and revealing dark scars on his back and leg.
Sadly, no. I cannot channel enough power to reverse the damage done by an omen.
He sighed, thinking of Xiriun and Mars and the scars they carried after facing the darkness of the Rigonian gravesite. His attention was drawn to Rhinne as she stood next to the bed.
What was that power?
Dane thought in awe, noting that the surrounding area still felt light and the darkness hadn't pulled back like in his experiments.
She's much more powerful than I thought possible. If she finds her own ultimate light, combined with my research, she could eradicate the darkness easily. If she finds her own ultimate light, combined with my research, she could eradicate the darkness easily.
Dane thought. Xiriun and 2 more high clerics burst through the door, ready to offer their light to save the boy's life, only to find the emergency had passed.
Master, were you able to heal him?
Xiriun asked, seeing the young man sleeping soundly.
No, it was Rhinne, my daughter.
Your daughter? How much have you taught her?
For the power she used, I haven't completed enough of my research or taught her enough. It is far beyond anything I have learned,
Dane answered, rolling the boy over and adjusting him to be more comfortable. Rhinne once again came closer, studying the face of the young man, making Dane tense. Yes, he wanted her to find her ultimate light, but he wanted it to be with someone within the Order and not some random stranger.
What's his name?
Rhinne asked with an almost swooning whisper.
We don't know yet. Eleanor brought him in unconscious.
Dane answered, watching for any sign of hostile intent. When the young man opened his amethyst eyes, he blinked a few times before focusing on the room around him.
Where am I?
He gasped, beginning to panic when Rhinne grabbed his shoulders and gently stopped him.
Easy. You're safe here. You're in the medical ward at the Aurora Temple.
The Aurora Temple? Is this where I can find the White Mage?
He asked, allowing himself to be laid back down.
Yes, it is.
Dane answered, drawing his attention.
What is your name? Coming to find us here in the Forest of Peace must mean your situation is desperate.
I am Will Saren. Master Arcarium of Kritos originally sent me to find you, but I can't go back. I won't go back. I won't be his puppet any longer.
Rhinne gently touched his shoulder, instantly calming his racing mind. Dane could see the desperation in his eyes, easing his approach to be less aggressive.
Slow down, young man. I am Dane Altour, and this is my daughter, Rhinne. Tell me what happened, and why you sought me out.
With a heavy sigh, Will recounted the last few years of his life.
I began studying the origins of dark alchemy in Kritos almost a decade ago, learning about its power source and its effect on the world. I confronted the master of dark alchemy, Arcarium, and he brought me into his fold, asking me to help guide the usage of dark alchemy into a better future. Without my noticing, he manipulated me into enticing criminals to be captured and used their light forces to create a crystal for a less dangerous dark alchemy. Over time, the captures led to unsuspecting people when the criminals became wise to our traps. Just a few weeks ago, Master Arcarium completed an imperfect crystal of Everlife for Hilda and her quest for eternal life. Arcarium sent me to seek you out to help achieve the crystal's perfect state. But when I left, my head cleared and I realized what I had done. I know I can never undo my past, but I ask that I be allowed to stay here and help you find a way to rid the world of darkness as penance.
Silence filled the room as Dane's eyes darkened, walking to the far side, facing away from them.
Are you sincere in your desire for penance?
Dane sneered.
Yes, with all my being, if ending my life would make it right, I would do it. But I don't think it would.
Will answered. Another long silence followed, making everyone nervous.
I can't say you are entirely at fault for your actions. The darkness is powerfully manipulative if you allow it.
Dane again faced Will, a shadow over his eyes, dimming the room.
But you are at fault for your choices leading you into its control. I cannot judge you, blame you, or forgive you. You must find that on your own until you feel it is enough. Let those scars be a reminder to keep you on your chosen path while you stay here at Aurora. Rhinne, I leave his settlement in your care,
Dane said, leaving the room in silence. Xiriun followed him, quietly speaking with him as they ventured to Dane's lab.
Master, are you sure this is wise? It could be a trap.
I am aware of that, Xiriun. We shall closely watch him until we know he intends what he says. But there is something else that bothers me.
Arcarium and Hilda?
Yes. Send a cleric to Kritas. Disguise them well enough to blend in and find out what is happening there. If they succeeded, there is no telling how far they will pursue this eternal life, no matter how incomplete.
Shouldn't we find a way to stop them, Master? Innocent people are being murdered for a quest of vanity.
We will. Eradicating the darkness is the best way. I am getting closer, Xiriun,
Dane assured, smiling at him before entering his lab and locking the door behind him. Dane could hear agitated whispers all around him, drawing his attention to a bottle containing a fist-sized lump on his desk. A tepid smirk played across his face as he watched the mass within, picking up the bottle to see it better. It almost looked like a badly decomposed liver or heart.
Soon, Eusoria, you shall be reborn.